Well, good afternoon again. It's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and I'm in the kitchen. And what I thought I'd just do today is, it's still extremely hot outside. We've been in the garden this morning, but it's now 10 to 1 and it's too hot in the garden. So I thought, well, what I'd do now is, this is Phalaenopsis finleyi by Phalaenopsis stuartiana, but there you'll see a sin minus. Now, hopefully somebody will tell me what that means. It's I know what minus is, but I don't know in what context it is for these two. And this was put in this little basket here in 2016. July 2016, so it's virtually 2 years. And this one went, oh, it was wonderful. It actually flowered for me. And the tiniest little flowers you could imagine. It was wonderful. And then all of a sudden it started to drop its leaves. And this is the only remaining leaf I've got here. You can see it's a little bit damaged. And it's got, but it's for the first time, it's produced a new leaf in 2 years. I can't believe my luck. And it sends out these very unusual roots, in as much as they flatten. And what I'm trying to do now, I have had it wet this morning, and I shall curse, shan't I, if I just can't release that from this. And you've got to, can you see what I'm doing? And you've got to be so careful when you're doing this. So that's released that now, can you see? Okay. Let's have a look at this one. This one's released. I've got this one here, which the end died. And I've got this one here, and that end subsequently died. So, and when I looked at it this morning, if you'll see in there, there are green growing roots there, but there's a lot of sphagnum moss. And I'm thinking, maybe like the one I did yesterday, my Sidera japonica, maybe this one needs to be repotted. So let's just see what's going to happen. And I really would like to pot it up in lava rock, but let's just have a look. I mean, I wouldn't normally wet it to this extent, because even in this very warm weather, this would take quite a while to dry out. But let's just see what we've got. And then, it doesn't smell that great. Mind you, it's probably because the sphagnum moss is wet through. And let's have a look. You've got to be so careful. I have actually brought my tweezers down as well. Let's just see whether I'm going to be as lucky as I was yesterday. And let's see. Sorry, I don't have it actually in view. You see, when you look at how much sphagnum moss I've got in here, I mean, I could have potted a whole row of pots. So let's have a look. And it doesn't look as though I've got that little netting part at the bottom. So let's see what I've got down here. I have a feeling there are some roots here. Can you just see them tucked in there? So maybe that's why. Oh dear. Let's see. Oops, something's happening. I've nothing. She's released on 3 sides. Let's see if I can get get a little bit more out here. And if I can get some of this from this side here. I mean, these species of Phalaenopsis orchids are a completely different kettle of fish than your hybrids. And you just don't get, I'll show you in a minute. Let's just have a look. I need to get all this stuff out here. And of course, 2 years ago, this time 2 years ago, I wasn't as experienced as I am now. And let me just see. So this one here, let's see if I can just bring it out. Oh dear. Oops. That's the one that's anchoring in it down. Right. Now let's have a look at what we've got. Can you see that? That's the basket it was in. And so let's just have a quick look at this root system. And like the other one, it's virtually non-existent. Look at that. No wonder the damn poor thing wasn't doing anything. And that it was just dropping its leaves. How it's managed to hang on, I've no idea. Just bear with me. Let's have a look. That bit there is just can you just see that tip there? Let's just have a look. It's still hanging on that. I don't think I'll cut it. There's a little bit of green there, and there might be a little bit of movement at the end. So, right, let's move all this. Look at that, what a terrible mess that is. And what I could do with really doing is, I've got the wrong cloth, bear with me a minute. I need to just get all the debris out of here, so I'm just by the sink and then I can just brush all this old sphagnum moss out of the bottom here. And then let's just have a look. I know I'm off camera and I do apologise, but sometimes it's quicker just to deal with something just off camera. And then right, let's have a look. And you see now, and just let me go and get the hydrogen peroxide. Let that just, can you see, fizz away for a minute. Hopefully it'll get rid of anything that's nasty that's down there. Now I could just repot this Phalaenopsis with these slats like this. I could actually put a little bit of netting at the bottom but then I'm not so sure about that, because if I put netting at the bottom, then I'm going to restrict the airflow. So what I'm going to do with this one now is I'm going to put some styrofoam peanuts. Now it doesn't matter that that hydrogen peroxide there is still working. Let me just lift you slightly up a little bit. No, I need you to go back. That's it. Right, so let's have a look. Because my idea is now is to just put some styrofoam peanuts in there, and you can see now, and there we go, and there we go. I've got some lava rock already prepared, there we go, and I've actually got some sphagnum moss, but again it's only I would only put a small amount of sphagnum moss in, and my reasoning behind that is they've been used to sitting in some sphagnum moss, and it might just help with the humidity around those roots. Now let's just see how she sits. There we go. So she's got nothing under there, nothing at all. What's this? Let's just have a look what this was. That was an attempt at something. Maybe that might, oh, I think that was where the flower, and that was cut off. Yes, that was where the flower was. And then it's continually, can you see that there? That root. Let me just cut that little bit off. This outer, there we go. Sorry, I don't know whether I'm still in camera. Keith said to me today, oh, I said I'm just going to do another repotting video. Not another video. And I thought, well, it's just a good time because I've got the patience and I've got the time while I'm off work, and I'm counting down now to that big R word, and I've only got 4 months, so I'm really looking forward to that. Right, now let's have a look, see if we can, now let's just see if I can have it in focus. Oh dear. Oops. Okay. Let's have a look. Now this part here, I'm hoping to, because, that's good. So that one there has come outside again. I want this one here, I'll just bear with them a minute, a little bit of that there, a bit of that sheath. Right, now I want this new root here, that nice green root, I want to just place that there, if it'll go. Of course the difficulty is See, that one was on the outside. Right. Try and get it back if I can. Similar to how it was. And then I was going to try and get this this nice green root there. I was going to try and get that inside, so to go inside the medium, but on reflection maybe it's better outside, and then at least let's have a look, and at least I can keep my eye on it. Let's have a look now. Right, okay. I don't actually think that I'm going to need any sphagnum moss. What I'm trying to do now, I don't know that I'm still in camera, is to, that's good. Sometimes you just need to get a piece of lava rock so it goes into the centre, and then it just holds the orchid in place. And let's just, like I've explained before, it's very difficult when you're repotting and you've got these roots that are soft, because what you don't want to do, of course, is to damage any of these roots, because they're very soft. Now what I've just done there is just pushed or pulled this little root a little bit more tight here, and it's actually pulled that back quite well. And I'm not going to drop big pieces of lava rock. I'm just trying to do it as gently as I can. And then let's just have a look at this. See this big root here, this nice big flat root here. Now that was further down, and that would have then allowed this root here to travel further along. Let me look if I can. I think I'm best leaving well alone and just putting the lava rock so I can just there we go. And then I'll just put a couple more pieces under this big root here. I think that's going to do it now. And then, that's what I don't want to happen, of course, is for the orchid to feel wobbly. That one should be. Let me just see. It's just a case of manoeuvring your orchid. Let's see if I can just, I need to get this one just, let me see what I mean, just held down there. So what I'm going to do now is off camera I'm going to just get a couple of pieces extra just to secure this area down like this, and And there. That will be the finished product. That was where that root had adhered to that part of the basket. That one's virtually in that same area. That was the one that I had to prise off. And that one, you can see, is virtually in the same place. That one's more green because that was further down into the pot, but I think that's going to be fine. I don't think, and actually the plant itself now looks quite good. So that's the first job done today, and I'll just wipe here. And the second little job is now I don't know whether you're going to see on this one, and this is my named one. It's Cattleya BLC, and it's a named one, M.E.s Orchid Glade HCCAOS. And I noticed last week that it had got a few more bugs on it. Now, just hold on. Now, I don't know whether you can see it up close there, and whether you'll see any better. There's a couple of little, can you see, without it going out of focus, a couple of white specks there, and that's what's causing this to develop. And also, let me just show you. I'm sure it was in here. I thought I got a little piece in there, but I think with me messing about, that's come out. And again, this has hardly got a root system. So I'm going to, let's take that off, and take that off. This had lovely roots, look at it, he aborted them. So what are we going to do now? I'm just going to give it a little, I've got a cottonwood bud here, and digressing, I'm going to put the date back on there, and I'll put that back in the pot. Right, so I've got some hydrogen peroxide, 3%, and I'm just going to just put a Q-tip in here and see if I can just get rid of whatever it is that's lurking down there. And I have a feeling that still, whatever it is a little bit down there. So let's take that sheath off there and give it a good wipe down as best I can. She'll just have to keep my eye on this. I'm not going to put it back on that wooden mount. What I'm going to do is, I've got this little tiny pot here, a little, probably about an inch I think, and because of its such a small root system, I'm just going to wrap it gently with a little bit of sphagnum moss, and there we go. I put a couple of styrofoam peanuts at the bottom. There we go. That's how big it is. That, no, you only can fit 2 in, and I'm going to see if I can gently just pot round here, just tuck it in, and so it's nice and firm. And then this will have to go upstairs. This will go in the wooden terrarium, so I can keep my eye on it, and it'll get the humidity. There we go. There we go. Sometimes you just have to, if you don't succeed at first, then you have to try again. And what I'll do in a minute, I'll probably be able to do it now with this piece of wood here. I'll just manoeuvre that there. Yeah, you see, can you just see now? Don't know whether you'll see right down there. I'm probably in the wrong light. But there's definitely down there. Let's just put this light on. There's a tiny amount of white. Now I've just put that in there like that. Let's make sure that that's nice and secure, which it is. And I've just heard Keith coming down the stairs, so that means it's lunchtime. And so again, I hope this repotting video has helped. We all see a lot of potting videos, and actually I quite like watching potting videos, and but I'm not sure whether people find them repetitive, and I hope you don't. So let's just keep our fingers crossed on this one, and I shall just have to make sure that this sphagnum moss doesn't get saturated, and we'll see how we go on. So again, thank you for joining me today, and enjoy your orchids, enjoy the good weather, and we'll speak again soon. Bye bye now.